how to pick the best main in Marvel Rivals. I'm the Godly Gamer. Welcome to the channel, and let's get right into it. So, to figure that out, first you have to ask yourself if you like close range fighting or long range fighting, and if you like to be in the air or the ground. Once you determine that, you can begin picking your main. All right. So the first thing you must do that I think you must do is choose someone you like in the comics, shows, movies, or any piece of media that you watch. If you choose someone you like, you're more
Oh
likely
my
to like that
gosh.
character. I'm just
The
being
cloak
real.
and dagger almost got
I
me
really
too.
like Thor in the movies. I really like Thor in the comics.
Ooh, thank
I
you.
just think sorry, I just think overall Thor is an amazing character and his power is amazing, right? So he was the first person I picked and guess what? I enjoyed him. Now he's a tank. You know, he can take some damage, but he's like an off tank, so he can't take the most damage. Like he can die pretty quickly, even though he has a good amount of health. If he's just like out in the open, but what he does have is mobility. So he's a tank with high mobility, so he can definitely use that mobility to get around and flank and do go around corners and hide in places where his healers can get him, but the enemy team can't see him. And then right when the enemy team is trying to strike, he stops them from striking. He's a disruptor, displacer. That's how he's supposed to fight. But he's still a tank. But he's not just like the average tank that's like in the front, just taking a whole bunch of damage. And that ended up being like a playstyle that I enjoyed. And I took the time to learn it. But yeah, so that's my first suggestion is just choose someone who you like from other media, like comics, movies, shows, whatever. The second thing you must do is that you have to choose someone who fits the playstyle you believe you will have the most fun with. Is the character you're choosing tanky? Is he a glass cannon? Does he have high mobility? Or she? Are they a support character? What is your style? What kind of thing do you like? Do you like to heal people in the back line? Do you like to flank and do high damage, but still be able to be killed quickly, but have high mobility and being able to move and run around and confuse the enemy, distract the enemy? Or would you rather play as somebody in the front lines, taking a whole bunch of damage and protecting his team? What kind of stuff do you want? You know. So I suggest picking three people. If you
Ooh,
pick three
this game's very spiny for
characters
me. I can't go through.
that you like, and then you just try them out, most likely you will find your main. You know what I mean? You just start off with three characters, you'll most likely find your main. So
Oh my gosh.
remember to
This game is just chasing me down.
choose anyone that starts to fit that playstyle you think you would have the most fun with, right? The third thing you should do is to practice with those characters and see who you like in theory, right? You are unsure if this is actually somebody you like, maybe because you've never really played games with them. But in practice, you enjoy their moveset. That's the kind of stuff that I mean. If you can like
Ooh,
their
that thing
moveset
is
in
so
theory,
spiny.
most likely you'll like them and you'll find your main. Go to the practice mode. A lot of people don't utilize practice enough. I feel like a lot of people in this game, they just hop on and be like,
The
quick play,
queen.
quick match, competitive. And, I'm going to be real competitive, actually. They don't even play
That's
quick
so
match.
crazy.
It's like they don't get no practice. They don't do Doom's match to try to practice getting one on ones and free for all. They don't play Conquest to try to just, basically that's a kill confirmed in Call of Duty. They don't try that stuff. But that's why you can't find a main. That's why you're, you know, looking around. You're like, I haven't really found a main. Go to practice. Choose three people. Choose somebody you like from the comics or the movies or the TV
Yeah,
shows,
I need to be
and then
objective
go
better
practice with
wherever
those
I see
characters.
those guys.
Like,
Like, where are
just
they?
check out their moves and just see how they are in the practice mode. The practice mode helps a lot. Like attacking those bots that are walking around and seeing how your abilities can be used in different ways. I would suggest practicing. So finally, I think like about the last thing you should do when you're picking your main, right? Is play lots of games with each one of the characters that you chose. At least 10. Well, let me be real. Let me be real. I know most people aren't going to do this, but I would say play 10 games with each of the characters you chose just to see like which of those characters that you like the best. If you even like any of them. If you didn't find someone that you liked through those three characters that I suggested you pick earlier, then
Yeah, I mean,
you
our
kind of
store
rinse and
is
repeat
going
the
like really
process. You
good,
go
but
find another three
he's just not
characters,
pushing as much.
you choose them that who you like. You go to practice, see if you like their move sets, and then you try 10 games with them. And that if you do all of that, to be honest, you will find your main. I can almost guarantee it because that's how I found my main. And that's how I feel like it's the easiest way to find your main. It's like, okay, I like this character from the books, the comics, right? I like him in the movies. I like him in the shows. Okay, or I like her in the movies. I like her in the shows. Okay, I'm gonna choose this character. Boom. Okay, I like healing, and this character says
I
that Loki
forgot
is
we
a
were.
healer. Let me choose him. Boom. You take him to practice. Okay, I like his moveset. I like his moveset. Okay, let me practice with him for a little bit. Okay, okay, okay. Let me play 10 games with him. Win or lose, win or lose. It's not about because liking a character isn't about losing or getting the most kills. It's do you like that character? My top played character is Thor, and I don't have as many kills with him as I do Mr. Fantastic, and I do better with Mr. Fantastic, but I don't have as many hours with Mr. Fantastic. And Thor will always be my number one main because I just have so much fun with him. I still have a lot of fun with Mr. Fantastic. He's definitely a main too, but my number one main, my first main, is still going to be Thor because, and sometimes I play way better with Thor than Mr. Fantastic still, even though on average I do better with Mr. Fantastic. So it's not really about like who you're the best with. If that's what you have fun with, that's fine. But it's like if you just like a character and that's the character you want to main, just pick him and get better with him. I wasn't the best with Thor when I first started, but I just got better and better. Um, I have a bonus tip for you guys. So bonus tip is that if you play every character in the game, like every single character that exists in the game, at least one time, it helps you to know classes and roles of characters a lot better. And you get a better feel of how the characters work in the game. So that's my bonus tip is play every character at least once. You could even take it a step further and be like, I'm gonna play every character until I get a win with each character. That's a challenge that I did. I think I still have Mantis to do, but you know, that's just what it is. Play a game with each character, one game, and you will understand the game a lot better. You will understand how characters work. You will understand positioning better and all that kind of stuff. And you will understand, like, instead of complaining and being like, I need heals or, man, go flank DPS, man, these DPS suck, or tanks, come on, push forward. Like, you might feel that way, but because you pick the classes, you'll understand, and because you tried every character, you'll understand how hard like it really is to be proficient in this game. Like this game is not easy. To be good at this game, it's actually hard. And the only reason it's hard, it's not if it was a 1v1 game, then maybe it wouldn't be hard. Maybe it wouldn't be hard. But this is a team game. So not only do you have to play well, you have to play well around every team composition that you go into, even if the other team isn't playing well. Your other teammates aren't playing well. The other teammates aren't pushing. Your other teammates are scared. You're scared. You still have to play around every single team composition that comes your way. So it's definitely not an easy game, but it's a fun game. It's a rewarding game. So I would just say I don't know. Like, just jump in, man. It shouldn't be that crazy to pick your main. Just jump in and follow these steps, and you'll have an easier time to pick your main. The best main for you. Now, I'm not saying that like I know exactly how to pick like a easy. Oh, like I'm this type of character, so I know for a fact this character will work for me. You really don't in this game, because maybe sometimes you're like, oh, I like healing. But when you pick most of the healers, like you just don't like their kits or anything, or they don't make sense to you. And maybe a DPS will make sense to you, or a tank will make sense to you in this game. This game is very rewarding, but you have to explore. You have to, figure out. But thank you guys for watching. Once again, I'm the Godly Gamer. Please leave a like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. God bless you. I appreciate you guys. Peace, 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 peace.